Welcome to This Restored Heart, the show dedicated to helping you heal, rebuild, and thrive after divorcing a narcissist. I'm your host, Corey Sullivan, and each week I'll be sharing practical tips, expert insights, and powerful stories to support you on your journey to freedom and empowerment. I'm here to guide you through the challenges of moving forward in each and every single episode. We will talk about actionable advice, sharing inspiring stories, and explore the tools you need to rebuild your life on your terms. Whether you're seeking clarity, strength, or a fresh start, this podcast can be your companion on the road to your recovery. Together, we'll turn pain into power and help you create the life you were meant to live. Christmas is here, and in that comes a lot of memories of Christmases past, right? The traditions, the good memories, and maybe some not so good memories, but they're all rolling into your mind right about now. My name is Corey Sullivan, founder of This Restored Heart, and I want to share with you today in this podcast some realities about Christmas after you've gone through a divorce, because I myself have been there. I know how it feels. And the thing is that we need to be able to move forward and create new traditions and create new memories, but honor the ones in the past that were really, really good and helped us, celebrate the reason for the season. So the first thing is the emotional side. It's okay to grieve the loss of old traditions. There's a lot of traditions that have gone by the wayside in my family for a lot of different reasons. Some of the people aren't here anymore to celebrate with. And maybe, and the situation just continues to change, right? You start with this family, and then it grows and grows and grows. People marry and move on and have traditions within their families as well. And sometimes that creates some sadness, but really it creates a lot of great memories. And I know that after you've gone through a divorce, that you're finding yourself grieving some of those situations that really maybe had nothing to do with the loss of your marriage, but, maybe just from the past, maybe growing up years or things like that. We idolize the vision of the entire family being together, which is a great thing to be to be wanting to have. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and that storybook Christmas just doesn't happen. So it's okay to grieve the loss of the former traditions in your marriage, but it's even better, and it's even better to create some new ones. But celebrate the ones in the past, because there were valid feelings in those, but now there may be the valid feelings of sadness and anger, and maybe even a little bit of relief. Whatever they may be, please know that you're not alone in any of those emotions. And it's a great time to really bring those that you know and trust into your sphere a little closer, and maybe just have an opportunity just to, talk about some of those things over a cup of coffee or something like that. I encourage you to journal those emotions, because they are valid and they do need to be discussed, and they do need to be, the focus from them needs to shift from that was then to this is now, because there's a new normal, but it can be a happy new normal. So with that, let's talk about some new traditions and why they matter, because creating your own holiday traditions helps reclaim control of your life and the positive that you have to look forward to in rebuilding and healing from the past. It allows you to focus on what brings you joy rather than what may have been dictated to you by your former narcissist spouse. If you have children, it's a great opportunity to generate some new traditions with them. Maybe sit down with them and say, what would you like to do? Maybe you would like to pick a special recipe of cookies and make those together, or holiday decorations for the tree or the house or anything like that. Or does everybody decorate their rooms or decorate their doors to their bedrooms? Things like that. You can have a gratitude tree that you write little things on, and you say, I'm grateful because I have, a nice, safe room that's mine, a bedroom or whatever, a place to go. I'm grateful for the fact that, I have people who love me in my life. I'm grateful for, all kinds of things. Kids have all kinds of things that they're grateful for. So ask them to make a list of 10 different things that they're grateful for. Then write them down on little red, they could be red, but little balls. They can be all different colors. And then, put little strings on them or yarn and put them on your tree. And they're grateful for that. So, and that might be something that you do every year and you just add to it. And look how much more gratitude you have as you build that tradition. You can have a Christmas Eve box where there's cozy items like pajamas or hot chocolate, or maybe, watching a favorite movie together and figuring out what that movie's going to be. Go drive and look at Christmas lights. A lot of people take such pride and joy in decorating their homes because they want to share the season with their friends and family and people. And it does bring joy to see all the lights. Or it could be just a great cozy night of reading the Christmas story. It could be all kinds of things that you do together. Just start to incorporate some things. Maybe ask friends what they do for a tradition that you might want to incorporate as well. Or maybe you weren't able to incorporate a few things when you were married, and now you have an opportunity to incorporate those things now as well. So maybe you host a holiday brunch or something with your coworkers or friends that are also single, and they have not a lot of things to be doing during the holiday season. So volunteer at a local charity or somewhere within your church. There are all kinds of places to be giving back. And when we give back, we actually really and truly do feel more fulfilled, or at least it helped me through some holiday seasons. So, or you can maybe even just book a little short getaway to, a place that you really enjoy that has things, things going on, like maybe a Christmas lighting in the town center or things like that. Christmas parades, all kinds of different things that are going on during this time of the year. So just create those types of traditions and then start a memory journal of all the great things that came out of it. Maybe some things you want to incorporate the next year so that you have them written down and you can start addressing those things next year, earlier in the season, possibly, if they take more planning. And then, some traditions some things that you try are going to stick and they will become traditions, and other things won't because they just didn't feel that good. And that's okay. Don't worry about that. There's always going to be new things to be doing. The important thing to do is to navigate the triggers for yourself, and if you have children, for them as well. Prepare yourself mentally for your former spouse and their narcissistic games that they play sometimes. Just prepare yourself that may be an issue, and just be very calm. I'm sure you've worked things out in your parenting agreement, and just say, this is what the agreement says and this is what we're going to do. We're sticking to it. And a very calm voice. They may try to help, or they may try to guilt you into something else. don't allow them to pack your bags and send you on a guilt trip. Just, this is what we're going to do. This is what we agreed to. And this is how we're going to handle the holiday season. And let the kids know that this is what we're doing, because this is what everybody agreed to initially. And if we want to change it at some point later, we'll talk about it afterwards. But at this point, this is what we're doing, because that lets them know that things are going to be stable through the holidays. Stick to your custody plan, keep the communication open, but don't allow for confrontation. And then create up a backup plan if you're going to need some additional emotional support, because, friends and other family members are great at this particular opportunity just to say, okay, take a breath. This is how, this is what you agreed to. Maybe you need a little bit of self-care time where you go take a walk or a hike or something, where you have some time, or listen to music or drive through some Christmas displays, or walk through the Christmas displays at different areas of the town that you live in or city. But the biggest thing I want you to do this season is to embrace the joy of being able to start fresh. I know it feels sad in a lot of ways, and it's very challenging and somewhat a little bit of intrepidation. However, it is a great time to really and truly be grateful for the things that are in your life and the things that Father God is doing in your life. And again, make a gratitude list and a little gratitude tree of those things, incorporate those. And an opportunity to create a holiday that aligns with your authentic self. Maybe a lot of things that you were doing in the past really didn't, align with who you really and truly were. You just did them because it was the status quo. So now, maybe if you don't want to get out of your jammies on Christmas Day, you don't have to. You and the kids can stay in your jammies all day long and just enjoy movies and popcorn and just being together, playing games, share inspiring stories with each other that, you may have heard from other people or anything like that. And probably the most inspiring story is the Christmas story. So I just encourage you to really look at this holiday season as a time of renewal and restoration in maybe some traditions that you haven't been able to do for quite some time, and starting some new traditions. This is a whole conglomerate season where you can just do a lot of different things. And there are things out there that you are able to do and take advantage of that you can't do any other time of the year. So I know how painful it is. I know the sadness. I know here we go. I'm going to go sit at the Christmas table and, and sometimes the things that go on, within the family dynamic. But just go with the anticipation of it's going to be good and it's going to be joyful. And the things that trigger you, plan for those things ahead, and do something, like if a certain conversation on a certain topic triggers you, then if that topic comes up again, while you're at the Christmas table or whatever, or with your family and friends, just say, I think at this time I choose not to discuss that this year. And then move on. Have something else to replace it. Because this is a season that there will be triggers and that type of thing. So just anticipate that and set yourself up for joy. Set yourself up for new traditions. Set yourself up to go into the next year full of gratitude and looking forward to what the new year is going to bring for you. So make this a joyous time for yourself and your family, your children, as best you can. And just know that you're not alone. You can always reach out. I have my email address always at the end of my podcast. Email me and, I'll talk with you. I've got a 30-minute free consultation that we can talk about some new traditions for you and just process maybe a couple of the emotions that are just overwhelming. I understand how that goes. I've been there myself. So reach out. That's what we're here for. I hope this has blessed you and given you some insight. Bye for now. Merry Christmas.